the next thing that Christians sadly don't seem to understand is salvation. Like many of the things on my list, you might think that takes a lot of gall to say such a thing as an atheist. But not only was I a Christian for 40 years, but on top of that, if you really pay attention to it, there is still this kind of never-ending tension, this push-pull from Christians about acts versus faith. Now, I know the lines, by faith we're saved and faith alone and all this. I'm not saying that you're not saved by faith. Ultimately, you can believe you're saved however you want to. But the tension that creates with acts can be palpable. And it leads to a lot of nasty theological questions that Christians don't always do a good job answering. Like, okay, I was saved. I gave my life to Christ, and then I went off and did horrible things. Am I still saved? Now, of course, the dodge law always give you is, well, oh, if you really gave your life to Christ, you wouldn't do those bad things in the first place. Please, we're talking about humans. Okay, even the most saved person can go off the farm tomorrow, especially because sometimes it's not even by your own volition. Sometimes like brain chemistry, sometimes you get Alzheimer's, sometimes things happen. But my point is not to go down that rabbit hole, but my point is that there's always this tension that Christians usually don't want to acknowledge. But if you actually talk to them and get into these deeper discussions, there is a clear tension between the role that acts play in your salvation versus the role that faith plays in your salvation. And it leads to all kinds of sticky questions like, can you be unsaved? And what happens if the saved do a bad thing? And all these other questions. And quite frankly, I've never heard really good answers for most of them, other than to just hand wave them away and say, well, that's not an issue, because if you're truly walking with Christ, it'll all be good. Yeah, thanks. That's not helpful at all.